There is a dimension beyond that which is known to man. It is as vast as the beach where things are lost into infinity. It is the ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the bottom of a man's soul and the depth of his sensitivity. This is the dimension of anticipation, a dimension we call the detector zone. Let's go metal detecting.
Round down. So, Meryl is setting up the detector for me. Yep. Thanks. Let's see what we get. So, I am using the TDI Beach Hunter 2. And I just got my first signal. It's somewhere here. Let's see what it is. Down here somewhere. Here. Oh, there you go. Looks like a bottle cap to start the day. So I'm gonna be doing a few live hunts. Live dig. I always drop my finds. Double drop. Wow. And I have both hands free. I always drop my finds. That's the craziest thing. I'm gonna be doing live digs today. So let's see what else we got. Okay, so this one I am definitely short. It's a signal.
So, I've been having a few problems trying to figure out this Beach Hunter detector. I'm not used to using a pulse induction machine, and this signal sounded so good, but check out what it is. It's just a piece of aluminum foil. That's one of my problems. All the signals sound the same.
I think there might be two signals, but this one's coming in pretty clear, so I'm gonna take this one first. I don't have like a really big scoop, so let's go in there.
Another issue I have with this detector is that there's no pinpointer. Look how much digging I'm doing to get this target. I can't figure out where it is. The target was pretty big first of all, but if I had a detector that I could hit pinpoint and I'd hear how long or how wide it was, I'd be able to figure it out and dig it much faster.
I'm just gonna go in with the pinpointer because I've been going at it for a while. Trying to get it out of the hole. So it's a huge nail. That's crazy. That is a crazy thing to find on the beach. Yeah, it was pretty deep too. Anyway, on to the next one. So I think I got another signal here. See if I can dig it up.
And again, I have to speed up this footage because of the amount of digging I'm doing. And this is another problem I have. Not only that I cannot pinpoint accurately, but I don't know what it is. I was recording everything, every signal I got with this detector, because I couldn't figure out if it was something good, if it was something bad. If I had known what it was before, if I had some indication of what it would be, I probably wouldn't have recorded it. On my MindLab, this would have come up as 19, 20, maybe 21, and I would have known not to record something like this.
If I can figure this out.
Some targets are worth digging and worth the time, but unfortunately, something like this is not.
Okay, so we got a penny. That's that. So we just got another signal. In the water, not too deep. Let's see what this is. Merrill said he found gold, so he's really excited about that, and he's happy with the stuff he's finding with the MindLab. So
Merrill says with this detector, objects closer to the surface sound louder, but to be honest, I couldn't make heads or tails of depth. And so you can see here I'm digging in the same spot. I have no idea if I'm close or not.
covering a wide range area, so I don't know what to expect from. Oh, looks like I got it. Let's see what it is. What the hell is that? What the hell? Okay, I mean seriously. What is this? Oh, that's strange. Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, so I got another signal here.
I don't want to make it seem like all the targets I found were bad. This is actually a good find, but I like to have some indication of what I'm digging before I dig it, and yeah, I couldn't figure out this detector.
Oh, I got it. Huh. Whoa, another foreign coin. This is a Mexican coin, Estados Unidos Mexicanos. Looks like a $2 Mexican coin. Alright guys, so we got another signal.
So you may have noticed I'm recording my live digs now, and this is something new for me. Usually I only show the finds. This object here, it actually just turned out to be a penny. Normally I wouldn't do a live dig if I knew it was a penny, but because I didn't know, I had to record everything.
I think this is a strange signal. I'm in pretty deep water now, so let's see.
And again, this footage is sped up 8 times fast just because of the amount of digging I'm doing. With this new format, I'm not sure if I want to show the entire dig just to give an indication of how deep the target was or how hard it was for me to find it, or if I would just show the last scoop that obtains the object. I'm still dealing with, how best to present these live digs formats, and I'm watching other YouTubers and seeing what they do, but should I cut something like this out next time, or do you enjoy seeing it? Let me know in the comments below.
I feel like it's in a location, which is not good. It's something that's so like it might happen. Alright, this is quiet now because my scoop. And all that for a penny. Well, on to the next one.
So I'm going to be honest, the next few signals are pennies. I do get some really good finds in this hunt, but I wanted to give you guys a feel of what I was feeling and what Merrill talked about in his video when he said I looked really sad. It was just a lot of pennies this day, and I wanted to show you guys that.
dime. Oh, sorry. I'm completely wrong. Our first good find is just this nickel. Alright, let's go on to the next one. This is definitely a signal. Nice, loud, clear, consistent, always in the same point. Let's see what it is. Must have it in my scoop. And it's a penny. My god, the pennies give the best signals on this machine. It's crazy. Around here, a bit deeper. We're in a bit deeper water. The water's almost to my knee now, so it's harder to see the floor. I think I have it. Not doing any slinging around. There you go. Another penny. There's a lot of pennies out here.
So as you can see, I've been digging a lot of pennies, and with my other detectors, I would have skipped over a penny signal after the first 4 or 5. But with this one, I couldn't make heads or tails. This one in particular was in the black sand, which tends to have a bit of a smell. So for the sake of this one, let's just call them stinkins, because I've been finding them all day.
Okay, so I'm going to dig it and see where it is.
This signal in particular annoyed me. It sounded consistent, good, strong, and when I saw what it was, it just annoyed me so much.
I see what it is. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. Trash though. It's like those aluminum things that come on the top of like cans and stuff. Okay. Definitely seems like something. I don't know. I'm not too familiar.
I wasn't sure how deep this detector went until I dug this signal. It took a good 6 or 7 scoops to dig it out.
Yep. In my scoop now. It's a battery. Good thing I have a glove on. That's crazy. I got another signal. Yeah. I think it might be right here. Yeah, so whatever it is, it's in my scoop. Let's see what it is. It's just a dime, guys. Nice. It's a signal here.
So every metal detector has its learning curve, and there were times where this machine worked just fine. 1 scoop and I've got the target.
Okay. It's another quarter. Nice. I'm just gonna keep going on this until the battery runs out, and then and then I'll quit. Okay, guys, so we got another signal right here. Let's see. Make sure it's not this thing right here. No, it's an actual signal. It might be in my scoop. Let's see.
So this dark wet sand is really compact and difficult to get out of the scoop.
Okay, so I see a few things in there. Let's see. Clean it up a bit more. It's this. Not this rock. It's this. It's a quarter. That's a nice color to it, but it's not silver. It's just 1952. On to the next one. Alright, so right next to that other signal I have here. I think it's right here. Let's see.
Now Merrill has had a lot of success with this detector. He loves this beach hunter, and I think it's because he's had a lot of time to master it.
Alright, so it's in the scoop. Let's see what it is.
It's just like solving the Rubik's Cube. Once you know how to do it, you can solve it from any configuration.
Sort of. Oh, no. It's still in my scoop. Hidden by this. It's a penny. Cool. On to the next one.
I have not mastered this detector by any means. I'm having a lot of trouble figuring out the pinpointing and the depth and target ID, and I think I just appreciate the Equinox so much more with its beautiful display. The way it just tells you everything.
Somewhere in here, let's see. It's another penny. I'm trying to grab it. There you go. Another penny. So I just got another signal right there. See what it is.
This signal to me sounded like every other penny and trash target I found. But it's more valuable. Why wouldn't the machine make a different sound?
In here, let's see. Nope. Might be in here. Yep. I'm gonna just give it a quick bath and see. It's darker sand, it's hard to sift through. Huh! Look at that! Double quarters all the way. Nice. Well, on to the next one. Okay guys, so we have another signal right here. It seems a bit big, sort of like all over the place, so I don't really know what to expect.
This target is very small, but the machine is making signals over a wide area, causing me to dig more than I have to. I actually already had it out on the first scoop, but I didn't know because it beeps way too early. And even now, you see that I didn't pick it up, and I'm getting frustrated over the fact that I can't pinpoint it.
If I can't get it in this shovel, I'm going to use my pinpointer. No, it's in my scoop. And I just pulled out another penny. There's lots of pennies in this muck. I always find them, so I'm gonna be honest, I'm not too used to the sounds the machine makes, but is that a signal? It seems like a signal. I'm gonna dig it and see.
I think this machine gives a signal a bit too early, and so it makes me think when I move my detector left and right that it's over a wider area than it actually is. It doesn't give a signal when it's directly over it, and I'm doing a lot more digging with this machine than I do with my other detector.
So I hope I'm getting closer since it's louder. Alright. Alright, I think it might be in. Oh, hey look, it's another dime. Oh, actually, no, it's a foreign. Centavos. Holy smokes. Nice. And where this coin is from. Argentina. It's an Argentina coin, 10 centavos. Cool. I'll get close-ups and screenshots of that. So I didn't want to record because I wasn't even sure it was a signal, but I got a dime. Meryl just pulled out a ring with the Equinox. Alright, let's see. My eyesight's really good, so let's see if it has any markings. Ooh, it is marked 925. 925. Silver ring for Meryl. His first thing is the Equinox 600. And yes. You like it so far?
Love it.
Love it? Oh, wow. Awesome. Yeah, I'm on here on another signal. Let's see what it might be. Yep, definitely got it in the tree. Oh, but that's just the rock. So there's a rock in here. But also there's a penny, so that's what the signal was. Usually don't film pennies, but because I can't discriminate, I have to film them all. So we just got another signal right here.
I had to delete a lot of footage. I dug over 20 pennies, and that's not counting all the footage of bottle caps and pull tabs I also had. I need a machine with a VDI. I need some kind of indication of what I'm digging before I go in, or so I know whether I should give up or not. Unfortunately, the Beach Hunter is not the machine for me. There might be a pulse induction machine somewhere down the line that I would like, but this one isn't it.
Somewhere here.
I have a few more clips of objects I dug with the Beach Hunter that I do want to show, but this is the last penny.
So it wasn't anything cool, just a penny. So I just got another signal to check. Alright, so let's see what it is. Got myself a little dime. On to the next one. Got a signal here. Looks like it's right here. Oh, I heard it in the scoop. It's probably a quarter. Yeah. It's a quarter. Nice. This is a nice low tone right here. Sticking up 2, 4, 2. Low tones tend to be like aluminum foil. It could also be gold or stainless steel. So let's see what it is.
Given the VDI of 2, I'm fully expecting this to be aluminum foil, and this is one of the things I like. I'm digging it knowing what I'm getting into, knowing what I should be expecting, what my eyes should be looking for. And because of that, I'm not surprised.
Ah, it is aluminum foil. Cool, on to the next one. Yeah, I'm going to Coney. Me and Meryl. Yeah, that sounds good. I might go. The waves are a bit rough, so if you like to get in the water, it tends to throw your detector around and everything. So it's like, yeah. I used to detect it more last year. This year I've only been there twice, and one of the days I went was right after the 4th of July. So the whole thing was trash. There's another signal. 18, 19, 21, that's a penny. So that's definitely a penny right here. Let's see if I can guess this. Or, come over here. You should always take the penny.
I know. I've heard that so many times. Oh, that is so cool.
Fuck yeah. Is this silver?
What somebody
19, 20, 21. Look, I'm gonna drop it and do it again. Look,
get out of here.
look it. That's sorry. 18. Sorry, it was 18, 19
Okay, but
before.
that could be
18, 19.
That could be between a penny
20.
and a bottle cap.
Mira, 19, 20.
Man, that's cool.
It came out like a penny. I'm telling you.
That's so
I see it. Hold on, I can see it now. You have a tester or something? Or a loop?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on. Let me see if yep, 95. Oh, that's fucking amazing. Hold on, I'm actually recording right now, but it wasn't a penny, guys. It was a silver ring. That's amazing. And this is right after Merrill left. That's crazy. Here you go, man. That's like an emerald and like that's probably cubic zircons or white quartz. But yeah, I'm happy. But yeah, sweet.
Very cool.
All right, I'm happy about this. This thing always gets me rings when I come out here. Woo, I'm excited. Yeah, definitely. I just got the signal. I think it's a quarter. So it's right here and...
One reason I like the Equinox is because its pinpointing is so precise. Look at how narrow my scoop is. It's not big at all. And yet I'm able to dig along this same little hole and pull out the signal.
I think I see it. There you go, it's a quarter. These are basically all I'm digging, just the quarters on the way out. So, okay. I'm getting a funny signal here. It's kind of like a quarter, but it's mixed with something else.
And that's because there's two different objects.
It really seems like there's two signals, one here and one here.
Again, just to compare this with the Beach Hunter, the pinpointing here is phenomenal. I thought I had the target with the first scoop, I didn't. So when I pass my detector over it again, I hear it, I'm able to pinpoint it for a second time pretty quickly. And with my very next scoop, I got it.
Ah, what did I say? Copper penny. So I got this signal, sounds pretty good. 25, 24, 27.
Mastering pinpointing really helps cut down the time it takes to dig. It's like a Rubik's Cube all over again. Once you know how to do it, you can do it again and again.
Yep. 10 cents. Another signal, I like the sound of this one. This one's 31, 28. But then it jumps to 37. That's pretty strange. It might be a quarter, it might be something else.
And again, the VDI here tells me that this object is worth digging. It's letting me know it's a quarter, and with strategic pinpointing, I'm not spending a lot of time digging this target. I pinpoint one more time right here just to get an idea of exactly where it is, and I'm able to pull it out pretty quickly.
Oh, I think I might have pulled it out. Definitely coming up more like a quarter now. There you go. Looks like a quarter to me. Now I'm gonna fill in this hole and get on my way. Got another quarter signal here. Alright, in the scoop. I dropped it, of course. I always drop my finds. It's the strangest thing. Yeah, always. Just another quarter.
Hey guys, so I had an amazing time hunting with Meryl, hanging out with Carlos, and hunting the beach. And I came home that night and I did a wrap-up. But unfortunately, the very next day, I lost my cell phone. So all the footage of the coins and all the bad stuff I found, it's lost. It's one of the reasons why this video took so long to come out, on top of this new editing